Hello, I am in Budapest and I have just been on a week's river cruise on the AmaMagna. Let me show you the full length. The most impressive thing is the width actually, which I'll be able to show you. But yeah, we have just done a week's Danube river cruise. It was the AmaWaterways romantic Danube cruise from Wielshofen to Budapest. And I wanted to show you around the ship before I leave and let you know what I think. So let's go. So it's a bit quieter today because there is changeover, and so I thought it'd be a good time to do it. And interestingly, the majority of the staterooms have balconies which you can actually stand out on. A lot of the river cruise ships I've seen this week have had just Juliet balconies, so you haven't been able to stand out on the balcony. The pier is banging, that's why. There we go, AmaMagna. And I'll go through the door and show you that's when we first come through. We come through and we have reception there for all your inquiries, and then we come straight through to the main dining room. So this is one of 4 venues for dining, and you can have breakfast and dinner here. So that is the breakfast menu that's still on, and then hopefully I might be able to take you through. Can I come in? Have a quick look around? Thank you. So here we go. So this is the main dining room. You don't have to make a reservation to eat here. And the menu changes every night. You'll see why I've said that in a minute, because there are some venues that have the same menu every night. But I think it's very lovely. And actually, the photos that I saw before the cruise of this venue are very, very similar to actually pretty much the same as what it actually looks like. Sometimes don't always, but they do here, which is good. So, there we go. That's the dining room. So like I said, breakfast and dinner. You can make reservations for all the dining venues at the desk here, the maitre d', and he can then organise for your dinner at different places. I like this area because there is a tree. I don't think it's a real tree, but there is a tree that kind of goes up, and then that goes through. That window up there at the ceiling is actually the sun deck. So lots of natural light in this area, which is good. I will take you down before I go up. Over here you have the cruise manager's desk, and then we have another desk over here, which is the concierge, I believe, and the list of people who are in the main roles within the ship. So there is staterooms on this level as you walk in, and they're all down that corridor. But I will take you down to deck 3. We come in on deck 2. This is now going down to deck 3, and you will find 2 more dining venues down here. So we have, this is the piano deck. We have quite a few things down here, but also have some staterooms. So let me just show you. The first dining venue we come across is Chef's Table, and this is actually available on other AmaWaterways cruise ships. So this is, I believe, 7 courses, same menu every night. So I think the idea is that everyone has the chance to dine here at least once, and if they like to, they can specially ask to have it. Hiya! Ask to maybe if there is space to then eat again here. It is the same menu every night, but it's a very nice menu, and that's the chef there. The good thing about the dining venues is that's actually enough seats for more than enough seats for everyone, so it's not as if everyone is fighting over the seats. This is Jimmy's. So this is a completely new concept for AmaWaterways, and this is the only Jimmy's on any AmaWaterways ships. We ate here last night. We've eaten here twice on our week's cruise. The menu is exactly the same as the main dining room, but it is done very, very differently. So as you can see, if I come over here, you can see that it's a big family style long table, and you eat with other people, other cruisers, or if you are part of a big group like we were, then you can all sit together. And the way that they do it is that they will bring out every choice on the menu in the main dining room, and they put them on big sharing platters, and then you can share and pick what you want, help yourself. First, I'll be honest, the first night we were all very polite and probably didn't eat as much as we wanted, but then last night we, if there was something in particular that we all liked and we all wanted some more of it, we asked, and they were able to bring some more out, so there's no issue with asking. So yeah, so Jimmy's, completely different. It's like I said, main dining room menu, but you get to choose, get to try lots of different things. So for me, if there's something on the menu and I think, oh, I'd quite like to have that and I'd quite like to have that, but I couldn't eat both, then this is perfect, because you can have a try of lots of different dishes rather than having to pick and choose exactly one thing. There is like a bar area here that you can order your drinks through. They will come round with the wine that's been recommended, and yeah, it's quite nice. So that was Jimmy's. This is now going out onto the rest of deck 3, and this is a really nice area actually. We came down here fairly early on the cruise just because we needed to use the public restrooms, so there is a ladies and a gents over there, but also in here you've got your ice dispenser. Also in here you have got your laundry. So in here, oh, nice and cool in here. You have washers and dryers. You can come and do your laundry, which is handy. There is some washing tablets there, so perfect. You don't have to pay put some money in a slot and get it, and have to pay for it. So all complimentary, and you have an ironing board as well. So and an iron up there. So if you have had to travel and all your stuff is all crumpled, then you can just get knit down here and do a quick iron. I know that some people really hate it, and if you're in a suite, actually, you can get it all done free of charge. So if you're a suite, you just put it in the laundry bag and they will wash it and iron it and press it and whatever. But if you are not in a suite and you're on a balcony or a window cabin, then you are welcome to come and use this. And sometimes actually, if you just need it to be done quickly, it might be easier to come in and do it here. There you go. So we are coming out again now, and this again, nice little area. I really like the seats. The chairs are lovely. It's really nice fabric, lovely decoration. Just before we go any further, there's a hair salon here, so if you need to get your hair done, blow dry, then you can use the facilities here. You can't go in there unfortunately, but this is quite cool. I quite like this. This is like a little shop. So there are traditional clothes that you can buy. So I quite liked, hold on if I can find it. I quite liked that one. That's a nice dress, isn't it? Can't really see me wearing it when I get home, but on this type of cruise you might want to get something as a souvenir and maybe wear it on an evening. And then for the men, you have the traditional waistcoats. You could go full out and you could get an outfit like this for the men. And then over here there is a ladies dress, which is quite sweet as well. There's actually a couple of children. They must be no more than 7 years old. And they had their outfits on last night and that looked really sweet, so that was good. There is some jewellery here that you can buy, and this, I don't believe I can get in. Yeah, it was only open, I think I only came down here one day when it was open, and it had Christmassy things in it, so it had Christmas decorations and like stuff that you might get from a European Christmas market, so that was quite nice. So down here there are staterooms, and these are all on, this is deck 3, so they are all going to be all ones with windows. Some of them haven't been cleaned. I was wondering whether I could nip in and just show you one that has been cleaned perhaps. Let's try this one. So, wardrobes either side. Interestingly, this is not a wardrobe, this is next door's wardrobe, but this is a wardrobe. There. And you have double bed. I've seen twin configurations as well. And then you have your Mac computer, your iPad, like all the other ones, your Vox Quiet headset so that you can listen to the tours and all your information, and another cupboard there. And the difference really is that you've got just a couple of windows. And you can see, it's very quiet down here. Apparently it's really quiet. And it just means that you don't have a balcony, but you have everything else. So apparently the captain and the hotel manager are both on this floor, all the crew are on this floor, but the hotel manager and the captain are quite near, and so there will never be any issue with noise down here, because they will make sure that it's not noisy. Oh, as well, hold on. For anyone who needs to use it, yeah. So that one goes right up to the sun deck, which means that it's completely accessible for people who need to use the lift. Let me take you back up a second. Let me just show you this a minute. I like this. This is a TV screen, and it shows you exactly where the AmaWaterways ships are. So, as you can see, AmaMagna is here. We have AmaLu, which we saw yesterday actually. Oops. And then it goes a little bit more to say exactly where we are. So we're near Margaret Island. So there you go, that's exactly where we are. Up the stairs. It's so light, and the decor is really, really nice. I like it very much. Very contemporary, very stylish. So this is the lounge area, and when there are talks about excursions or there are special interest talks, then it's held here. And again, very, very stylish. It's a nice area. I like these curved seats here. They're lovely. And actually, if you sit down, the cushions make it really comfortable as well. So yeah, the cushions make it really comfortable. There is a bar menu, which does all sorts, and the captain's cocktail drinks are held in here at the end of the cruise. At the beginning of the cruise we did a welcome drinks reception, so it's a good venue to get everyone together for things like that. But in the daytime there is the chance to just sit and over here there is a coffee machine, and you can get whatever you want from here any time of day, 24 hours. This is available. So there are decaf options as well. And also down here there is different types of tea and also hot chocolate, so that's available to you all the time if you wanted it, and that's quite handy. And then we have the bar. I think again the bar is very stylish. A nice place to be of an evening, before or after dinner. I will take you down these few little steps. And this is kind of the library area, I call it, because there are some books and there are two sides. So as you can see, there's some books there for people to read, and again the nice stylish patterned chairs, and there's some sofas as well that you can enjoy relaxing in. The good thing about it in here, and we did it the other day, we had to listen to the information about the disembarkation and what we had to do with like luggage tags and things like that. And we got up late and wanted to have a coffee and some breakfast, and we were able to sit in this bit and still hear what was happening over just up in the lounge, because they've got speakers in the ceilings. You don't want to be kind of in with everyone else. You can take yourself off and hide away in this bit. So, oops. Let me take you round to the other side. Fire and some games and things. So, yeah, nice. Yeah, just haven't had time to play any games. I don't know what's in here. I don't know whether to be nosy or not. Oh, just cupboards. There we go. Right, so here also we have news. So they kind of give you a summary of the news, and there's a crossword puzzle that they give you, so that if you want to do that. So yeah, there's a cinema. So there is a cinema here, and you can watch a film in the evening. You can play games in the daytime. There's the games console, and they do a film once a night. Okay. And this is the other half of the library almost. So right here, this is the same as the other side that I showed you, but it's slightly different decor. Again, got books and games and things. I'm just going to show you one little thing here that I hid. Come back and I'll show you the room. So this is orange, the other was blue. It's a really nice place to relax and spend some time. And then this takes you through to the fourth and final dining room, or dining venue. This is al fresco, and I really liked, it's my favourite dinner menu, evening menu. It doesn't change, it's the same, but the food was really nice, it was light, it was, again, I think about 7 courses, but it wasn't huge portions, so we were able to enjoy it all. So this is open 3 times a day. It's open for breakfast, so it's open an hour earlier than the main dining room breakfast. It's also open an hour later, so it's for early risers and late risers, which is what we were mostly. There's not mega amounts of room in here, so you would have to book for dinner to make sure that you were guaranteed a seat, a table. And these windows come down. So they come down, and you can get some air and stuff. And I will take you out to that area in a minute, because that's also a nice place. But you have got, it's like a buffet style, and you can grab afternoon tea here as well, and you have drinks here. And also this area here is for people who are gluten free. So today, what do we have? Let's have a look. So for people who are gluten free, there are some cookies, some little sandwiches and a bagel, little crackers, and some more cookies. So that section has been dedicated to people who are gluten free, which I think is quite a nice thing that they've done. And then on here, they have tapas. There we go. That gives you an idea of the stuff that they have here. But yeah, I really like this place because also you can look out the windows and it's really nice. So I will now take you out. So we are, and what I will show you is that there are little things where you just have to press it to be able to open the door. And when you're in port, you have to swipe your card just for security reasons. The front of the ship. There's the ship's bell. Never gets used, obviously, but it's there as tradition. And then this is a lovely area. You can bring your coffee out here, little snacks and things. We've been sat out here a few times this cruise, and we have watched us go through a lock, and we were here yesterday as we came into Budapest, so it was a really good spot for an unobstructed view like that, so you can pretty much see everything and you aren't going to be obstructed. I really like this spot. This is one of the places that you think would be really busy, but it's not. And you think, why is this not busy? But it's just because there's so much space on this ship, and that is something that I've been really surprised at. I've only done ocean cruising before, and am I going to be crammed in with loads of people on a river ship? And not on this one. AmaMagna is almost double the width of a normal river cruise. So let me just show you something a minute. This morning we just got some coffee and went and sat up here and enjoyed the view. So if I'm in the centre of the ship, if I was to turn this way and show you, that is the normal width of a river cruise ship on the Danube. This is, if you're not on AmaMagna, that's how much space that you've got. But this is actually the amount of space that you get on AmaMagna. And I think that's quite special when you see the difference. We had AmaLee come up next to us in Budapest yesterday, and the decor is very, very similar. It's a new ship, it's a fairly new ship as well, but the difference in the width does make a difference. So let us go up here. So in our staterooms, we don't have life jackets. We have all the life jackets on the top deck ones. You just go to your allocated spot on the top deck and they give out the life jackets. Not that hopefully it would ever need to be happening, but that's how they do it on a river cruise. We're on the sun deck. I really like this space because of the space. So I really like the fact that there are plenty of places to sit. There are plenty of places to relax. I've done a class up here. I did kind of a cross between line dancing and Zumba, and that was really good, and we were able to do it out on deck, which was wonderful. We weren't stuck inside. And here are all the bikes. Now I haven't counted them, but they must have some more elsewhere, because they said that they have about 60 bikes on the AmaMagna. So when they do bike tours, they will get them off the ship and they will have organised bike tours. But if you don't want to be part of an organised trip and you kind of want to get off and just have a cycle round, maybe go down on a path next to the river, then you can do that as well, which is really good. When we go through locks, they will go over onto the side of the ship. Let me just show you that as well. We were going through these locks and it was really interesting how all of a sudden the lock would drain with water, and we were lower down with the lock walls either side. It was quite interesting. So you can't see it because it's covered over, but that bit there, the little bit in front here, that is an extra kind of control, so that they can actually control the ship from that bit there, so that they can see the wall of the lock and everything, because it's very, very narrow. Remember, this ship is double the width, so actually what it does mean is that the locks usually have two ships next to each other as they go through, whereas with the AmaMagna only allows one ship. So that's why I'm saying it's almost double the width, because there's very, very little room in between. Very, very little room. So lots of seating for people. And when we were downstairs, I told you about the light wells, letting all the natural light in, and that's what that is there. And then more seating. Never full. It's literally like, there's so much space that this area is never full. There's always people doing things all over the ship, and it means that you don't feel full. This is a herb garden, and there's an identical one over the other side, and I did see a barman go in to take some sprigs of something yesterday, so they do actually use it on the ship, which I think is quite cool. So yeah, there's all sorts there. And then dotted around there are these nice sofas, and oh, it is nice and comfy here. And there's a hood that comes up as well, so you can have it for shade. So these are really nice. There's a few of these dotted around on here. Then you've got your normal tables over there. All these things, as you can see, down here, they fold down. So when we go, I've been going under really low bridges, they have just been able to drop all of these shades so that it can go under low bridges. And when I mean low bridges, they are low. They are, I'm sure, but they were low. So what we're walking on at the moment is a little walking track. It's not massive, but it's an area in this part, which means that you can kind of do a few circuits. And then down here is the pool. So we've been in the pool, I think we've been in the pool like 3 times. There's like a little jacuzzi, and it comes on every now and again. It's really, really warm in that jacuzzi. For the weather that we've been having, it's probably a little bit too hot, so you can't stay in there very long. But the swimming pool is a really good temperature, so it doesn't feel really cold when you jump in. It's kind of like the nice temperature, and it does still cool you down. So I really enjoyed using the pool. My favourite times was when we were going through the Vacu Valley, and there was hills either side, and there we go. Can you see? Jacuzzi going. I never know whether it's the Vacu Valley or the Waku Valley, but there was the valley, and the scenery was amazing, and we were in the pool and taking it in. And then what I would do is I would just nip out if there was something like a landmark that I wanted to take a picture of. I'd just nip out, take a picture, and jump back in the pool again. So the other thing that there is a pop-up bar. Waiters and staff on board that can come around the pool deck, and they can ask you for your drinks. And so this is the pop-up bar for up here, and I just really like it. I cannot believe for a relative small ship in terms of going from ocean cruising to river cruising, I have not felt it's too small at all. And then, I haven't seen anyone, but I have seen someone on another AmaWaterways ship playing chess, but not on this ship. It's like a little putting, crazy golf type. I suppose not crazy golf because there's no windmills or anything, but you've got your golf clubs there, and putting putting green that you can have a go on there. That's quite nice. Smoking area at the back, and the ship from the back. The side there is the white kind of, it looks like corrugated metal, and that is actually the sunshades. So the staterooms that are on deck 3 have the sunshades that you can open and close. So they're all closed at the moment, but they can be opened for some sun, and also privacy, I suppose, because if people are up here, then you don't want to have people looking down on you. I had a balcony stateroom here at the beginning of the cruise, and it was right next to the Zen Wellness Studio. So I was in this half of the ship for the first part of the cruise, and then we ended up moving to a suite, which was nice, and so that was good to experience 2 types of stateroom, and that was at the other end. So I'm going to take you to the very back first, because this is something very novel, I suppose, on a river cruise. Spinning bikes where you can do a class or do your own thing, but you can look off the back of the ship. It's nice to just watch the wake. And then here we have some seating, so again, just a nice place to be able to sit and watch the scenery go by. And we can go in to the wellness. So that is for your manicures. And then there are 2 sides. So the first right hand side is the gym, and you've got life fitness equipment, treadmills, rower and cycles. Obviously you've got your spinning bikes outside, that's where I was just a minute ago. And then we have some free weights and mats, water, towels, everything that you might need to stay active on your cruise. You'll be pretty active anyway on a river cruise because of all the walking and things. The other section of the wellness studio, it's a nice bright area, windows up there, and there's a place to relax again. This is a lovely area, nice calming music. There is gemstone water, so there are properties within the gemstones that are supposed to be good for your cardiovascular system. And then there is some fruit and some vegetables that you can juice. We haven't done that, which is a bit of a shame, but I have had some of this, and I think I will have some more because it's quite warm out. And so there's a little hint of the flavour of the fruit, and what does it have in it? Cucumbers, lemons, limes and grapefruit. So this is nice. This is a nice area. I like the lightness of it. I like the areas that aren't too dark. I like the areas that are well decorated and contemporary. I like the fact that the places that you think are going to be busy, so for example out on the settees at the front of the ship in the mornings where I would gravitate to go and have my coffee, there's no one there, it's just us drinking coffee outside, enjoying the view, so that's good. So there is Budapest. We were there yesterday and we were right next to Chain Bridge, which was handy because you could walk straight into the city. But then what we did was we went out further out so that it's easier for transfers, so people coming to the ship and people leaving the ship. I'm now hydrated. The only other thing I think I can show you is the stairs that go down to the sun diner. So they have a water sports deck on the back, and they have a little boat that can go out, but it's more for special occasions, so it's more for if you are having your vows renewed, or whether you are having a group a special group birthday, or I don't know, something like that. So they've said that really that's the only time it's going to be used. So I'm going to leave you now. Thank you for joining me on this tour of AmaMagna. And I've really enjoyed my first river cruise. So, bye from me for now. If you want to see more of river cruising, AmaMagna, then please subscribe, and I will be doing lots more videos of the places that I've visited and the ship. Thank you. Bye for now.